Hello, and welcome to Caspers Wilderness Park. My name's John Ganaway. I'm the supervising park ranger, and along with me are rangers Stan Bankson and Donna Crookie. Over the next few minutes, we'd like to invite you to come along and explore the natural beauty of Caspers Wilderness Park. Caspers Wilderness Park is the largest park in the Orange County Park System and includes over 8,000 acres of protected wilderness in the western Santa Ana Mountains. You are welcome to visit the park for the day or to camp with us for up to 2 weeks. If you're here for just the day, the park has areas for picnickers, equestrians, and for groups of up to 200 people. If you're staying with us for more than a day, we have facilities for tent, equestrian, and RV camping with convenient access to water, restrooms, and showers. Payphones are located at the park entrance and at the Nature Center, and emergency phones can be found on the longer trails. Throughout the park, you will find interpretive signs, and you are welcome to contribute to the bird sighting board near the park entrance. While you're here, be sure to visit the Nature Center. From the observation deck, you can see the sandy cobblestone beds of Bell Creek and San Juan Creek, the two seasonal creeks that have shaped the landscape for thousands of years. Both creeks flow year-round in their upper reaches, while flowing only in winter and sometimes spring through the park. San Juan Creek was once home to an abundance of aquatic life, including the migratory or androgynous steelhead trout. Along the creek, stones used by the Ahashiman Indians for grinding are also present. As you look to the west from the observation deck, you can see sandstone cliffs that contain 45-million-year-old fossils, evidence of a time when all of this land was underwater. By the way, Bell Canyon was named for a large boulder that, when struck with a rock, would ring like a bell and could be heard for miles throughout the canyon. The Bell Stone is now on display on the grounds of the Bowers Museum in Santa Ana. The Nature Center also has a bird feeding station that is visited by many local residents, including western scrub jays and California toadies. California quail, our state bird, are also frequent visitors, and no feeder would be complete without squirrels, in this case one of our native ground squirrels. In the Nature Center gardens, you can see many native plants that are abundant throughout the park, including poppies, lupin, buckwheat, monkey flowers, and several varieties of sage. Hummingbirds and goldfinches are frequent visitors to the gardens, and rabbits often stop by. And where you see rabbits, you may also see one of the park's other residents, a bobcat. If you're here on weekends, our volunteer naturalists can tell you more about the park's history and the unique plants and animals that have evolved together and have lived in this special place for countless generations. The Nature Center has hands-on activities for all ages and features displays and opportunities to learn more about the plants and animals who make this park their home. While visiting the Nature Center, be sure to see the mural by local artist Diane Walling, who has interpreted the human activity in this area, beginning with the Native Americans, the Ahashiman, who have lived in this area for thousands of years. Acquisition of the land that forms Caspers Park began in the 1970s with 5,500 acres of the Star Ranch being purchased by the Orange County Board of Supervisors. Under the direction of Chairman Ronald W. Caspers, the Star Viejo Regional Park was created. Following the death of Ronald Caspers, the park was renamed in his honor and in recognition of his vision of preserving this land for future generations to come. Since the opening of Caspers Wilderness Park, an additional 2,500 acres has been added for visitors to enjoy. On the weekends, rangers offer programs that are open to all park visitors. On Saturday mornings, you can join the rangers in the Nature Center and learn more about the park while enjoying songs and activities. On Saturday nights, our rangers present a campfire show. Visitors of all ages can participate in Being the Creature and learn more about different survival strategies used by park residents. And everyone has an opportunity to make new friends. You can also join one of our rangers on Sunday mornings for a nature walk and meet some of the park's residents up close and personal. Once you're settled, take some time to explore the park on your own. As you look around, you'll notice that where there's grass, there's likely to be rabbits and ground squirrels. Deer enjoy foraging in the park too, and you may even see a visitor from the beach. If you look down, you're likely to see insects and things that eat insects, like these lizards. Birds, like this cactus wren, also eat insects and feed them to their hungry chicks. The famous swallows of Capistrano also make the park their home. In the spring and summer, you can see them making their mud nests and raising their families. The park's western sycamore trees are like giant condominium complexes and are home to a variety of birds. Generations of acorn woodpeckers have created holes in the trees to store their acorns. Woodpeckers also make their nest inside the trees, just like this northern flicker does. And you never know just who you might see in one of the many cavities. You might even see a western screech owl. As you're exploring the park, be sure to look up. The park is home to many pairs of red-tailed and red-shouldered hawks, and their nests are scattered throughout the park. In the spring, you can watch a new generation of hawk chicks grow to maturity under the constant care of their parents and then prepare to take their first flights. The park contains more than 35 miles of hiking and riding trails through a variety of habitats. If you want to explore the trails, the nature trail is a good place to start. The trail is a 1-mile loop, starting at the Old Corral and takes you through several ecosystems, including a desert-like alluvial scrub habitat with its characteristic sage, buckwheat, and cactus. You might even see Matilaha poppies in the spring. The trail also takes you through a southern oak woodland that contains magnificent old oaks, some of which are more than 300 years old. As you continue your walk through the majestic oaks and sycamores, be sure to take time to stop and smell the native roses. The San Juan Creek Trail takes you through a riparian or creekside ecosystem and gives you an opportunity to appreciate the life it supports and how it has shaped the surrounding area. The Oso Trail, Oso being Spanish for bear, is a major artery through the park and takes you through a variety of ecosystems. The trail is quite challenging, but the views are breathtaking from the ridgetops. Caspers Wilderness Park is truly a special place, and it is our responsibility to protect it and preserve it for future generations to come. With the help of community volunteers, we hope to control the spread of non-native plants like this thistle, so that our native plants can thrive. The park is also used for research by wildlife biologists. This team is carefully removing young hawks from their nest and placing identification bands on their legs. This type of research will help biologists better understand the hawks' lives as adults, including their home ranges and their lifespans. Finally, perhaps our most important conservation activity is sharing our knowledge about the park and its inhabitants with park visitors and with our community. Through our outreach program, our rangers make special presentation to both school and community groups. If you are interested in arranging for a presentation, please contact us. As you enjoy your stay in the park, always remember that this is a wilderness area and certain dangers are present, such as rattlesnakes, mountain lions, poison oak, insects, extremes in weather, temperature, and rugged terrain, so please be alert to potential danger. If you do see a mountain lion, do not run away. Instead, appear as big as you can and make loud noises to try and frighten the lion away. For your safety, please remain on the trails and stay in designated use areas at all times. If you plan to hike, pace yourself and choose trails within your limits. Bring drinking water, food, and first aid supplies on all your hikes. Also remember to take all trash out with you. Pack it in, pack it out. Keep in mind that many cell phones do not work in the wilderness areas. When you're on the trails, be courteous to others. Hikers should yield to horses, and bicyclists should yield to both hikers and horses. Because the scent of your family pet could attract predators, pets are not allowed in the park. Wood gathering is prohibited because it disturbs the natural environment. You may purchase firewood at the entry booth. Respect the off-limit areas. From time to time, certain areas of the park are closed for conservation or restoration. There is always a danger of fire in the park. Smoking is not allowed on the trails, and please be careful with fire in the campgrounds. Remember that our residents need time to cross the park roads. Please drive carefully and obey the speed limit. And no matter how cute they are, please don't feed the animals. We want them to remain wild and play their important roles in the environment. We hope that you enjoy your stay and that you share our goal of preserving this special place so that generations to come can enjoy its beauty. See you on the trails.